There's nothing better than when we get some sweet reward for the crazy effort we pour into a game. All the grinding, all the collecting, all the practice, it all leads up to this precious, ecstatic bounty. At least, sometimes that happens. Other times, we get freaking bupkis for our efforts. When you spend hundreds of hours working on a side quest, it's a punch in the junk when you find out that the fruit of your labor turns out to be a worthless trinket, or a dumb shirt, or a powerful item that's useless now. These are particularly egregious offenders. 100 Skultulla coins get you infinite rupees in Zelda: The Ocarina of Time. The Legend of Zelda is known for its masterpieces, but every game in the series is filled with inane collectibles for masochistic completionists. One of the most painful "what am I doing with my life" moments comes when you collect all 100 gold Skultullas in Ocarina of Time, and get a handful of worthless rupees for the effort. Collecting a few dozen of these gilded spiders is worth it, since it's the way to unlock the biggest wallet, but finding every last one nets you 200 rupees every time you visit the quest giver. Infinite money sounds like a big deal, but by the time you've scoured Hyrule to find all these damn bugs, there's nothing left to buy. It's like discovering you're a billionaire, then realizing the only thing available to purchase in the whole world is a single copy of Miss Congeniality 2 Armed and Fabulous on VHS. Assassin's Creed 1 and 2's bullshit flags and feathers. Want existence to feel truly pointless? You know, get the full nihilist experience? Try hunting down all 420 flags in Assassin's Creed. Each flag is hidden in areas Altair would likely never go, because there's little reason to explore much of each map other than to find these dumb flags. And your prize for this Sisyphean task? Achievements. Hooray! Assassin's Creed 2 has the decency to tie its pointless collectathon quest to the plot as you hunt down your dead brother's feather collection one quill at a time. Then you get a new cape that causes every guard, soldier, and bandit in the area to swarm after you like hungry hitmen. I'll tell you what you can do with your feathers, Assassin's Creed. Beating the Ruby and Emerald weapons in Final Fantasy VII gets you powerful rewards, which you only really need to beat them in the first place. If you've played Final Fantasy VII, then you've probably seen the imposing Emerald and Ruby weapons wandering around like giant personified insults. They're hulking, screen-filling bullies, and if you're not prepared, they'll annihilate you in one swoop of their polygonal mitts. But if you are prepared, the rewards are many. Destroying Emerald can earn you some maxed out materia, while besting Ruby gives you access to the Golden Chocobo, which in turn leads to a cave with Knights of the Round, the most powerful summon in the game. The only problem, the weapons are already the most difficult enemies to defeat, and you'll likely already have a ton of mastered magic spells by the time you even think of trying to take them on. Plus, Knights of the Round is practically required to even make a dent in them, and by the time you get tough enough to take on either weapon, you'll have the Golden Chocobo already. Once you beat them, all that's left is that pushover Sephiroth, so great. Thanks, weapons. There's a 1 in 128 chance of finding the Gutsy bat in Earthbound, and it's not worth getting. 2 weapons in Earthbound are incredibly difficult to find. Not, oh, you have to beat this powerful boss, or, oh, gee, this puzzle sure was tricky hard. More like I have to spend 5 hours fighting the same enemy over and over until the random number generator causes the weapon to finally drop kind of hard. And only one of those is even remotely worth it. The Sword of Kings and the Gutsy Bat have a 1 in 128 chance of being dropped when you defeat 2 specific enemies. The Sword of Kings is worth the push, since it's Pooh's only weapon that doesn't cause massive stat drops, and you've still got a third of the game to go by the time you nab it. Ness's ultimate weapon, the Gutsy Bat, is absolutely not worth the effort. You have to fight the Bionic Kraken a gazillion times before it drops, and by the time it does, your attack power will likely be maxed out anyway, and you're already in the last dungeon. You could spend that time trying to develop your own real psychic abilities, and it'd feel like less of a waste. Finding Donkey Kong 64's 949 banana coins only gets you an extra 1% on your completion rating. Rare's N64 games, beloved though they are riddled with pointless items to collect. Just how deep the collectathon rabbit hole goes, though, isn't clear until you play Donkey Kong 64. In order to get the coveted 101% completion listed on your save file, you have to find every last banana coin in the game, all 949 of them. Getting them is way more painful than you think. There are 5 playable Kongs, and each one has a unique set of moves, which of course means that you have to constantly switch between them in order to find all the coins. Plus, you only need 160 of the damn things to unlock every single move available to your primate compatriots. Your only reward for getting them all? A single digit. Getting a paltry achievement for completing Rock Band 2's endless set list without pausing. Rock Band always has killer song lists, but how would you feel about marathoning every single track in the game back to back? What if you couldn't pause? Hopefully you've got a good set of friends to rotate in, or you've all taken care of your bathroom needs before you started, because you are in for the long haul. Completing Rock Band's 58 songs in a row will take you almost 4 hours, and after you've belted your way from Are You Gonna Be My Girl to Won't Get Fooled Again, you're finally rewarded with a tiny little icon next to your character's profile. Even that's not as bad as the Steel Bladder achievement in Rock Band 2. 6 hours, 84 songs, no pausing, no hitting the home button, no failing. Your reward? 25 gamer score, and all the undying respect that comes with it. And by that, I just mean the gamers.
And come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine.
Collecting 1 million roses in We Love Katamari gets you a single new song. Katamari Damacy is always weird, sure, but this is ridiculous. In We Love Katamari, there's a bonus level where you must gather 1 million roses. And if that seems like a lot, that's because it is a whole freaking lot, as you can only pick them up in bunches of 10 at most.
Luckily, your progress is saved when you leave the level, so you can keep coming back to it and slowly chip away at the total. But why would you? Once you finally roll up that last flower, the King of All Cosmos congratulates you, but in that way that makes you wonder if he's actually mocking you, and plays a bonus song for you in the background. You get your results, the king sends the wad of roses into the heavens, and you get booted back to that level select screen. That's it! Nothing else. You can go back to that level if you want to hear that song again, but that is all it is good for. It's enough to make you quit video games forever. Collecting all the hidden remotes in Gex rewards you with a secret 20-minute cutscene that berates you. Gex is really only remembered for its strangely not safe for work ads at this point. How a SETLIST platformer made it to 3 entries is beyond me, but it's the secret ending in the first one that elevates it from curiosity to insult. If you find every last hidden remote, you're treated to a slow text scroll on top of an endless loop of TV static and horrible 90s house music. First, the game starts congratulating you on a job well done. Then it starts breaking out the insults, telling you all the things you could have done instead of playing this stupid game. Then you get a bunch of low-res concept art celebrating the dumb game that apparently its developers thought you were an idiot for playing. This is the video game equivalent of a middle finger. If you dug this and want more just like it, follow Games Radar on youtube.com/GamesRadar.